How do I shift from an execution mindset to a business mindset? Good evening, everyone. Let me ask you a simple question, but very deep question that could explain why some professionals keep getting bigger opportunities while others remain stuck despite working extremely hard. What if your career growth is slowing down, not because you are underperforming, but because you are still being seen as someone who executes work rather than someone who drives business outcomes. Think about it. Because many professionals spend years becoming excellent executors. They deliver, they solve problems, they meet deadlines. Yet, when leadership opportunities arise, someone else gets selected. Why? Because organizations don't just promote people who get work done, they promote people who understand the business behind the work, why they are doing what they are doing. And that's what we are discussing today. Before we go further, let me share something exciting. Today is episode 58 of the 365 live sessions journey on career growth strategies. For 58 consecutive days, we have been having conversations that help professionals like you accelerate their careers, improve leadership readiness, and build future ready skills or future proof skills. And today's topic is one of the most important mindset shifts you will ever make. Let's first understand something fundamental. Execution mindset asks what needs to be done, and business mindset asks why does this matter to the business? That's the difference. One focuses on activities, while the other focuses on business outcomes. Leaders are paid for decisions, not just for tasks. So, as you move higher in your career, your value is increasingly measured by revenue impact, cost optimization, risk reduction, customer outcomes, and strategic growth. Not by how many tasks you completed today. That is more operational and tactical. The higher you go, the less people care about activities. Activities are important, that needs to be done. However, business outcomes is where you have to map those two. The more they care about business results, opportunities open. So, examples I'm going to share now with you. Example number one. Imagine you are managing a customer support team. An execution focused professional says, we closed 2,000 tickets this month. And a business minded professional would say, we closed 2,000 tickets per this month. We reduced customer response time by such and such percentage, say 25% or 35%, which improved customer satisfaction and reduced the churn risk. Same work, different thinking, different visibility, and different leadership projection. Now, here's where many professionals unknowingly limit themselves. Most meetings are not about just updates, they are about decisions. Many professionals enter meetings prepared to share updates, positive status updates, right? Prepared to provide some status updates. But business minded professionals enter meetings prepared to influence decisions. So instead of saying, here's what happened, they ask, what should happen next? That shift immediately changes how senior leaders perceive you. Let me give you the second example. Imagine sales is declining. The execution mindset would analyze reports, send updates, monitor performance. While these are all important and necessary, but business mindset also should exist. Why are sales declining? What customer behavior is changing? What market trend are we missing? What strategic response should we consider? And similar. One reports the reality, the other shapes the reality. So the question is, how do I shift from an execution mindset to business mindset? Are you ready for the strategies? So I'm sharing a few strategies. Because of the paucity of time, we just have 10 minutes. So strategy number one, learn the business model. This is where many career breakthroughs begin. Ask yourself, how does the company make money? What drives profitability? What affects customer retention? What are the biggest risks? The more you understand the business engine, the more strategic your contributions become. And here is strategy number two. Connect every task to a business outcome. Whenever you are working on something, ask, how does this improve the revenue? How does this reduce costs? How does this improve customer experience? How does this minimize the risk? How does this increase the efficiency? This habit gradually rewires your thinking. And last but not the least, strategy number three, thinking in time horizons. So you start thinking in time horizons. So execution mindset focuses on today, but business mindset considers next week, next quarter, next year, long term implications, and so on. Before making decisions, ask, what are the downstream consequences? That strategic thinking is in action. That is strategic thinking. Yesterday, I covered a session on strategic thinking, what practically it means. So that's strategic thinking in action. As I mentioned, I would be sharing some bonus tips today. So here is another bonus tip. This is career growth myth nobody talks about. Yesterday also I shared one. Today is another one. And this myth quietly hurts thousands of careers. If I am the best performer, promotion will naturally follow. Not always, because high performance and leadership readiness are not the same. Many professionals become, but leadership is looking for business mindset, strategic thinking, influence, and decision making ability. The workplace often rewards people who can scale impact, not just effort. That's a difficult truth, but an important one. So, so here's the mindset shifts should be doing. So stop asking, how do I complete this assignment? And start asking, how does this assignment help the business win? And then do it. That one question can transform how leadership perceives you. If today's conversation resonated with you, comment business mindset below. Because many professionals already have capability to move into leadership roles, but what they are missing is a different way of thinking. And if you would like to support, if you like support in accelerating your career growth, executive presence, strategic thinking, and promotion readiness or leadership readiness, if you like support, join my masterclass. So check the featured section of my LinkedIn profile for the link to my masterclass. There are plenty of testimonials and transformation stories available from professionals who made this exact shift successfully. So, before we close, remember this: your career will grow faster when people stop seeing you as someone who completes tasks. Of course, that is important, but also they see you as someone who understands the business. That's when leadership conversations begin, that's when bigger opportunities appear, and that's when compensation growth accelerates. So, thank you for joining me today, and don't forget to join me again in my next episode at 7:30 p.m. IST for episode number 59 of our 365 live sessions journey. As I say always, please block just 10 minutes daily of your time for your own career growth. One day, one insight, and one breakthrough. Until then, don't just work harder, learn to think like the business. See you again in the next episode.